Hello and welcome to the course of Programming Fundamentals with Python. Week number 14. In the theory class, we have covered concept related with the functions. More specifically, we were talking about how functions can return values, how functions can accept arguments, and standard libraries or modules. So in the practical session, we will demonstrate programs which will reflect the concept that we have learned in the theory class. Our first program for this week is about arguments. Okay. First four lines are actually comments. It shows information about the program. This is week number 14. Week number 14 is about functions, and this is program number 1 of week number 14. And the purpose of this program is to demonstrate the concept of arguments. In this program, we have defined a function, and the name of the function is addition. Okay. This is body of the function. This will be executed once we call this function. To call a function, we just need to write the name of the function followed by parentheses, and inside the parentheses we have to provide the arguments. Remember the difference between the parameters and argument? X and Y are parameters, or you can say variables, while 2 and 8, they are arguments. So we are actually passing two arguments to this function, which means x will be assigned the value of 2 and y will take the value 8. Okay, let us run this program. The addition is 10. What's happening here? First, in line number 7, we make a call to the function. Whenever you want to call this function, you have to provide two arguments. So I pass two arguments, 2 and 8. 2 assigned to 6, 8 was assigned to y. And then once you call the function, the body of the function is executed. So what's inside the body of the function? Actually, first I want to display this string, the addition is, and then I want to add the two arguments that I pass to this function. X and y will be added. 2 plus 8, it will give me 10. And the output is displayed on the screen with the help of print function. That is why the output of this program is 10, which means addition of 2 and 8. This is our first program. Our next program is in updated version of the first program. The only difference is that instead of passing constant, I am now passing variables to the function. So the first four line, as usual, they are comments, two arguments, but I am passing variables now. This is the function definition. Once you define a function, you can now call this function. Whenever you call this function, you have to provide two arguments to this function, and this is the body. It will be executed every time you call the function. Now I am taking two variables, a and b. The value of a is 2, the value of b is 8. And then here I am calling the function with two arguments, a and b. The value of a is 2. So a will be replaced by 2 and b will be replaced by 8. A will be stored here in the parameter x, and 8 will be stored in the parameter y. And then we are adding the two parameters, x and y, or the two variables, or the values of the two variables. 2 plus 8, it will give me 10. The output will be same as the previous program, but here we are passing variable instead of constants. Let us move to our third program. Our third program will demonstrate how we can actually pass string arguments to a function. Up to now, we were focusing on passing values which were integer types to the function. This program will demonstrate how you can actually pass string to the function. And one more thing, that the string, we will accept it from the user with the help of input function. Okay. One more thing, we have two functions here, main, and the second function that we use is no, sorry, we have only one function here. Yes. The second function is a reverse name, which is here. So two functions, main and reverse name. How this program will execute. First four line ignored because they are comments. This is the function definition for the main. This is the body of the main function. It will be executed every time you call the main function. This is our second function definition. Okay, reverse name. Every time you call this function, the body here will be executed. Okay, so first we are calling the main function. The control will transfer to the main function. And then here inside the main function, it will display the string enter your name on the screen. And it will wait for the user to provide a name. Let's suppose the user have provided the name John. Then the control will transfer to the second line. This John will be assigned to the variable first name, then last name, another variable. The cursor will wait for the user to enter the last name. This string will be displayed on the screen. Enter your last name. Let's suppose we have entered our last name is Kamal. In the third line, it will display a statement. Your name reverse is. That's it. It will display only this. And then here we are actually calling another function. This is a call, which means the control will be transferred. To which function? To reverse name function. But it is a requirement. Whenever you want to call the function reverse name, you have to provide two arguments. So here I'm calling and I'm providing two arguments. What are those arguments? First name and last name. First name is John and last name is Kamal. These are already stored in these variables. So I'm passing these two arguments to the function reverse name. Okay, after calling this function, control will transfer to here. What is happening inside the body of this function? Print last and first. Last and first. Print the two parameter values. First here, first will contain the name John and last will contain the name Kamal. Okay, so first display the last name, which is Kamal, and then display the first name, which is John. So it will display Kamal and John. And then after execution of this statement, the control will transfer from where we call this function here. We do not have any other function, so the program terminates here. Let us see the output of this program. Enter your first name John, enter your last name Kamal, reverse them. Your name reverse is Kamal and then John. Okay. Next program is about a concept that we have studied in the theory class. What will happen if we make changes to the parameter values? Nothing will happen to the arguments if you remember the theoretical concepts. Let us see. Again, we have two functions, main and change me. Program will start from here, main. Okay, we are calling the main function. Okay, we have a variable with the name value and the current value of the value is 99. Next, it will display the string the value is followed by the value of the value, which is 99. So it will display the value is 99. Next statement will be executed. Next, oh, we have a call to the function change me. Here is the change me function definition. It has a requirement. Whenever you want to call this function, you have to provide an argument, and the argument that we are providing is value, and the current value of the value is 99. So 99 will be assigned to this argument. The value here is 99. Okay, now it will display, the body here will be executed. This statement will be displayed on the screen. I am changing the value. Here, now the value of the argument is 0. Remember, the previous value of arg was 99, but now the new value of arg is 0. Okay, and then display the current value. So it will display the statement, now the value is arg 0. Function execution terminates here. So the control will be transferred to the location from where we actually make the call, and we make the call from here. We will bake here. Next, it will display the statement bake in main. The value is, okay, the value of value is still 99, although we have changed the value here from 99 to 0, but it will have no effect here on the argument. So if you change the value of the parameter, It will have no effect on the value of the argument. So if you run this program, you will see the value is 99 as I just mentioned here, and then I'm changing the value message. Now we have changed the value and the new value is 0, and then we bake to the main function and still the value there is 99, not 0. So I have a homework for you. Is there any way to change the value? If you make the changes in the parameter, is it possible that the changes are reflected here as well? Explore this homework, please. Next program number 5, is about returning values from a function, and that is simple. The only thing that you need to add is to write the return a keyword or the return word here, the statement here. Okay, we have a function here. Name of the function is addition. We have defined the function here. Whenever you want to call this function like this, you have to provide 2 arguments. So I'm providing 2 arguments. The arguments are 2 and 8. 2 will be assigned to A, and 8 will be assigned to B here. Next, what's happening? A plus B mean 2 plus 8. It will give us 10. And then after calculation, you have to return the value 10. Where we need to return it? From where we call it. We call it from here. So once you run this program, it will display the addition is, and then the value returned from this function, there is 10. The output is going to be the addition is 10. This is how you can actually return a value from a function. Let us see another program of how we can actually return a value from a function. This is our second example of returning a value from a function. Here we are using 2 functions, function main and function sum. Body of the main function, and this is body of the sum function. Program execution start here. Main, we have a call for the main. Okay, we have called the main function. Take a value from the user. Suppose I have entered 18 here. My age is 18. Suppose. Then second age. What is the age of your best friend? Okay, the age of my best friend is 20. 2 values are accepted from the user. The first value is assigned to the variable first age, and the second value is assigned to the variable second age. Third statement inside the body of the main function is a variable total. And what's happening here? We are actually passing 2 arguments here. So the first value here is first age, and second age is the second. These are actually the arguments that we are passing to the function. Remember, we are making a call to this function sum. So here is the requirement. Who wants to access to call the function, the person has to provide 2 arguments. And here we are doing the same thing. First, ignore this portion. Focus here. Make a call to the function with 2 arguments. So I have make a call. The arguments will be assigned to these parameters. Norm1 will contain the value of the first argument, that is 18. And in a similar way, norm2 will contain the value of the second argument, which is 20. Next, what's happening here? I am actually adding the 2 values. I just received 18 plus 20. Add them. After adding them, assign the result to the variable result. So the result of the addition is 38. Okay, and then remember return statement. Okay, return the value. The value is 38. Return this value 38. Now the question is, where this value will be returned? This value will be returned to the location from where you actually make the call. So I make the call from here. Okay, the value has been returned to this location. The value returned is 38, and then I am assigning this value to another variable total. This value has been stored in the variable total. Finally, the last statement, it will display the string together you are. and then it will display the value of the variable total, which is 38, and then the string years old. You together you are 38 years old. Is it clear? Okay, let us run this program. Enter your age 18, enter the age of your friend 20. Together you are 38 years old. That's it. This is how we can actually return a value from a function. Our next program will also demonstrate the concept of return, but it will we will make the use of loops inside a function, which is for the first time we are going to use inside the function. 4 lines are comments. Here we have defined a function. Name of the function is func. Funk is a type of music which is very common in Brazil, by the way. Don't go for it. Okay. For I'm sure you're quite familiar with the use of the for loop. Here we have a variable x, and it will take the values from the built-in function range. It will start from 0, and the final value is 10, but 10 is not included, so this is like 0 up to 9. Okay, if now we have a condition, if a check, if x is equal to 0, means the initial value of x will be 0. 0 is equal to 2, no, so it will not return. Next value will be 1. 1 is equal to 2, no, no return. Next value is 2. 2 is equal to 2, yes. Once 2 is equal to 2, the function will return. Okay, it will return. Return mean do not go further, do not proceed to the next iteration of the loop. Return. Where it will return? It will return to the location from where we actually call this function. So we call this function from here, it will return to here. Do we have any other statement after func calling? No, we do not have any other statement, so the program will execute, will finish its execution here. So what is going to be the output of this program? Actually, this statement will be displayed first time for the value of 0, then it will be displayed second time for the value of 1, and then once the value of x become 2, this will not be displayed because we have to make a return. If you run this program, you will see that the line will be printed 2 times, for 0 and for 1, not for 2, because we have make a return to the location from where we actually call this function, and we do not proceed to the next line of the for loop. This is how we can actually use a loop inside a function. Next program is a funny program, or it's a joy program. We are going to celebrate the birthday of our friend, and we are going to wish him happy birthday message. And for that we are using a function. Name of the function here is happy birthday, and it will expect an argument, the name of the person whose birthday is celebrating. Okay, so we have another function main. Actually, the program execution we always start from main. So first we are calling main. Control with transfer here. Here we are accepting a value for the variable username from the user. Let's suppose we want to celebrate birthday of Ali. The user enter Ali. It will be assigned to the username variable, and then we are calling the function happy birthday, and we are providing a parameter username. There is Ali. So Ali will be assigned to this parameter here. Okay, Ali will be assigned to the person parameter or variable. Next, what's happening? Execute this statement happy birthday, execute this statement happy birthday, execute this statement happy birthday dear, plus name of the person, which is Ali. Then execute this statement happy birthday to you, and then program the execution will be transferred to the location from where we actually call this function, and that's it. We do not have any other statement, so the control will transfer to the main calling function, and then it will terminate. If you run this program, you will see it is asking me for a person name, and then happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, and happy birthday. Second last program is about our last concept. If you remember, it was about the library functions or the modules, standard libraries inside the Python. and we studied how you can actually import a module. So here I'm importing the module random with the help of import keyword. Then I have a function, a single function, a name of the function is main. This is the definition. What's happening here inside the body of this function? I'm declaring a variable number. And remember this syntax? The dot sign on the left side of the dot, we have name of the module, the library, which is random. And on the right side, we have the function, the built-in function defined inside this module, inside this library. And the numbers inside the parentheses are actually the starting and ending number of the series. And both are included. It will generate a number, a random number between 1 and 10. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, up to 10. Probability of every number generation is the same. And the number generated will be assigned to the variable number. And finally, in this statement, I'm actually printing the random number that has been generated here. Okay. So let us see the output here. You see, the random number generated is 6. If you run this program for the second time, it will generate a different random number. Every time a different random number will be generated. And in the theory class, I highlighted the importance and the uses of the random numbers. Last program is also about the the standard libraries or the modules. And actually I want to generate more than one random number with the help of a loop. Okay, so this is the program. Again, we are importing the module random with the help of import random statement, and then I'm defining a function. The name of the function is main. Inside the main, I have a loop, for loop. The counter variable is count, and the range is 0 up to 4. 5 is not included. And then again, this statement is the same. Now I want to generate a number between 1 and 100, both are included. Okay. And then print that number. But as we are dealing with a loop, so the random number will be generated 5 times, which means we will generate 5 different random number within the range 1 and 100. See, 5 numbers, random numbers are generated here. Okay guys, this was about functions, user-defined functions. We spent 2 weeks to learn the important concepts related with the functions. In the coming week, we will try to cover the concept of local as well as global variable. So stay tuned to the channel for more interesting concepts related to the Python language. If you do not have subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and also share the videos with your colleagues and friends. Thank you so much for watching the video. Goodbye.